ပြီးတော့သူတို့နဲ့အတူအနိုင်ယူလိုက်ပါနိုင်ငံတကာဆုရှင်များ OG Team Spirit Tundra 1x ပါမင်းငါတို့နဲ့အတူရှိနေရင်မင်းအနိုင်ရမယ်စကရင်တွေကနေရာတိုင်းမှာရှိတယ်မင်းသူတို့နဲ့အတူရှိချင်တာဘာမှမဆို
But you picked the A and the Scarab because of the morphling, you know, and that was like a huge deal why they had some problems where you mentioned that they didn't have enough initiation because A and Scarab didn't really give you that.
That's why I wonder if Falcon should have had a different approach versus Betboom in general, because I feel when you give them the morph and then you're going for the A, you're going for the Skyroute, you have this Magnus lineup. To me, it signals we want to outscale you. We want to outdamage you. We want to make it hard for Pure to carry. But I think in reality, Falcons, they have a very high percentage to beat Betboom if they just play a fast game.
Yeah.
If they snowball lanes, if they can convert on towers, if they can take Roshan.
Yeah.
And this is kind of just playing into Kiyotaka and Pure's hand, where these are two core players who want to go the 60 minutes.
Yes.
That is where they thrive. They will likely out-mechanically play you. Not that Falcons are a bad late-game team, but I think they can be a stronger first 30 minutes team.
Yeah, I did feel like they were reacting the entire way through, even with them having the first pick, but in the draft they were reacting to whatever Betboom threw their way, and the same thinking be said actually for the game. It felt like they were always reacting. They weren't able to be the first team to make the correct moves, which in the end they couldn't deal with it. It took too long and it was too much, and you know, you guys are saying, was it really the morphling? I don't know, I just feel like I watched a fantastic show coming out of Pure, so I feel like it was the morphling.
I mean, he was definitely like a big problem. I feel like it's maybe harder than it should be. Like also, if I'm looking from game 1 to game 3, I feel like Falcons didn't really improve that much. Like if I look at all 3 games, I feel like Betboom game 1 kind of shit the bed. Game 2 they're doing better. Game 3 they're doing better. Whereas Falcons, I feel like they're kind of the same in all 3 games. So at least also when I just look at the series, I feel more impressed just watching Betboom play and draft as opposed to Falcons. At least judging by these 3 games.
Yeah, they adjusted, right?
They were getting stronger over that series for sure.
Yeah.
That's where I go again. If you go into game 3 as Falcons, what did you expect them to improve or pick up the pace on compared to that game 2? For me, it was, you know, the early tier 1s.
Yeah.
Like taking those, making good smoke moves, getting the support duo enabled. I don't feel like any of that happened in the game 3. So then you're just giving even more momentum to Betboom, who are kind of pushing these games later, getting more in their comfort zone. They got the morphling that they're super comfortable with.
I mean, like you said, you know, I probably have preferred to see them. They gave away the morphling, but because morphling is a slow hero, just let them have the morphling and play their usual style instead of trying to fix it, or we need all these type of different heroes to counter the hero.
Well, it means that Falcons Road does continue, but in the lower bracket, which is starting to look like a very scary lower bracket. Of course, one of the players that put them there is none other than Pure, who is talking to Cap right now.
That's right, I've got Pure here. Pure, that was a hell of a series against Falcons. How do you feel?
It was hell of a series. I mean, the games were super exciting to play. I think we performed really well. Like, we played a really close first game, then second game, I don't know, like every game felt like it was very competitive. It's like really nice series, I don't know.
It was fun to be able to play that matchup, right? It seemed like you guys were pretty close in skill level against each other.
Yeah, I mean, we were.
Now, in the pregame interview, I talked to Save, and he said in the matchup against Falcons, you are very important. He said you would come up clutch. Do you feel like you came up clutch in this series?
Maybe on Dicky, maybe on Morphling, not on Ursa so, but I mean, I tried my best. I think on Morphling I did some crazy build, and it helped us to win, like they couldn't burst me. So, yeah, I mean, as Save said, like at some point of the game, I'm just gonna win the game against Falcons, you know? I just need to get to this point.
Well, you did get to that point. You're one of the most aggressive carries when it comes to ending the game. You were doing it on the Dragonite. You made that final push at the end. You just decide to go throne. What is it a part of your philosophy? Why do you just like to go throne so early?
I mean, sometimes you just do feel like that your opponent is shaken and it's making stupid mistakes, and you can really punish on those mistakes. And I mean, the buybacks are important as well. Like, even if you're not gonna finish the game, you're gonna poke buybacks, but the most important part is just to do not die on some course. I mean, sometimes we are not doing that well, but I mean, we just like to end the games early because you don't want to play, you know, long games, some random stuff. So that's it.
Well, fantastic job against Falcons. Congratulations.
Thank you, boss. We'll see if we can do it this time, guys.
Yeah, we'll see if they can. We'll still go a little bit there, but you can sense he's incredibly happy to get to this point. Top 3 is confirmed. They'll wait for their opponents, which is going to be one of the winners of the upcoming series. But before we close the book on this series, which I do want to highlight, I mean, we talk about Pure and we talk about the cores a lot and what Falcons did wrong, but for me, also the man of the match, and actually, no, I'm going to change that. The man of the series was actually Save on his Muerta. He read the Malrine move very well, of course, on that Bounty Rune in the previous game. His Shadow Demon was S tier as well. Can we just sing the praises of Save on the support for a little bit?
Yeah, of course. You know, I'm a support player. I like it when I see some support player outplaying the core players, you know, catching the Monkey King. I think there was one moment where he caught him in the Wisdom Rune. I think it was a 7-minute Wisdom Rune. He had a really, really good read. He had a silence on the tree, and they were able to secure the rune and kill off the Monkey King. I think that was my favorite play of that game.
Yeah, I fully agree. But with that, indeed, it is BetBoom moving to the upper bracket finals. Now they wait for their opponents, and it's going to be one of the following teams. Whoever will win this will join them. We are taking a break, but when we're back, it's time for Parivision versus Avulus.
Waking up, playing some Dota, it's just been part of my life for 20 years, and I don't think that's going to change anytime soon.
Where we are in the history of this game and where it's come from and how much has been accomplished, I think compared to basically any other esport, it's the best. So
I'm grateful for Dota 2 as a game because Dota as a culture supersedes where we come from. You are a Dota player first, and I love that.
Take it higher. Serotonin slide, chemical high. Dopamine dive, love, take it higher. Serotonin
Welcome back, everyone. It's a short day today. Only 2 best-of-3s on the agenda. You saw our first upper bracket semifinal wrap-up between BetBoom and Team Falcons, which now has a BetBoom team in the top 3 for this tournament already. But they need to figure out their opponents, which are going to be between Parivision and Avulus. But before we get to that, since it's a short day, I figured we might as well have some entertainment in the meanwhile. You see all these logos next to you that possibly be pertaining to. Why, it's of course the 1xBet tier list, friends. It's time to do a little tier list for our ESL One Bangkok teams that are still remaining. And I'm not the only one doing it. I've also got Fear, Pirate Jenkins.
Good to be here.
Pirate.
Wish I had a hook, because then that would be funny. Great to see you.
Your hook is being a pirate.
Great to work with you. It's been 6 months since we paneled together.
6 months?
It's a long time.
You can't let go of the
Who
hand.
invited this guy?
I don't know.
We're gonna shake hands for 6 months.
You're not even like fully in character, I feel.
What do you mean character? I'm in pajamas. This is just what I wear.
To bed?
No, you wear pajamas during the day, and then when you're sleeping, you
put
wear
on a headband too for your pajamas.
Yeah.
You put
sure.
It's so the hair grease doesn't drip down into your mouth.
Oh, yeah.
It's really disgusting. I couldn't even say that out loud.
But you did say it.
I did, yeah. How's the paneling been going, guys? How's everything?
It was going
It
good.
was great.
It
Yeah.
was great.
The Dota and the players.
It's been good. And
Yeah.
actually, I brought you here because I required your expertise, along with Effie, for our tier list. But these 1xBet tier lists are not necessarily just in terms of the strength of the teams. I feel like any content creator you see out there can pull off one of those. We try to stay a little bit more off of the beaten path. We're rating teams off of more nebulous criteria. So, panel, I was wondering, did you have an idea of these 8 teams left? Enigma Galaxy, Team Liquid, and Shopify Rebellion, Avulus, and Falcons.
Wait, can I get a second?
Yeah.
What's nebulous?
Like turbulent.
What's
turbulent?
It's like very vague, you know, undefined.
Okay.
It's very undefined criteria. How we're going to tier all of these teams. What are we tiering them on? What teams are best at and what they're worst at. It's not just like Dota capabilities.
Can I present my idea and then we decide as a team if we're gonna do it?
Veto.
Effie has vetoed Fear.
You can't pre-veto.
I want to hear Fear's idea first.
Fear, what's your idea?
What's your fear idea? Whatever. Just go ahead.
What the hell are you even saying
Just
right
go
now?
What would you
so
like?
I have to do an idea for this.
Ding 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 ding. Oh. Yeah, 9ပဲရတယ်Wi-Fi တွေတော့ကြာနေဟုတ်တယ်ဒီရက်ပိုင်းကပိုဆိုးလာလိုင်းကြာလာတွေက VPN တွေဆိုရင်ပြုတ်ထွက်သွားအဲ့လိုရင်ထက်ပိုဆိုးလာ ပါရီပြောတာဖဲကွန်ပွဲ game 1 2မမီလိုက်လို့ over တွေနှမျောစရာကြီး game 3ပဲရလိုက်ကိုရောပဲ game 3ပဲ over ရလိုက်တယ် duration over တပွဲပဲရလိုက်တယ် အဲ့တော့ Parivision game 1မှာအကုန် all မယ်လုံးဝဖေကွန်ပွဲရသမျှတွေအကုန် all ပလိုက်မယ်ရှုပ်လို့ Baby, Machita. Ru all sound it. Okay. Okay. Lấy được quá, lấy được quá. Cái là cancer ý bảo. Cancer gì? Đó. Facebook ကလုံးဝ Facebook ကတိုင်ပတ်နေတယ် Facebook ဆွင်းလို့မရဘူးFacebook live ကကြာသွားဘူးလည်းကြာသွားပြီဟုတ်တယ်ကြာသွားပြီ reset ချရမယ်ထင်တယ် ကဲ reset ချပြီးပြန်တက်ခဲ့မယ်အားလုံးပဲခဏလေးနော်ပြေဆုံးမှမရဘူးဖြစ်နေ